And now, broadcasting from their parents' basements, just like Wayne and Garth, it's party time. Yes, it's the Crow Show, with your hosts, VeracityTrigger and Zodiac.
And we are going to talk about Life. I mean, the movie Life.
The movie, yeah. Cereal? Can we talk about the cereal, too?
Well, okay, well, all right, perfect. We're going to talk about the movie and then the cereal. The cereal's pretty good, but I still like... I don't know.
I guess we should say spoiler alert at this point. So if you haven't seen Life and you plan on seeing it and you don't want us to talk about it and possibly shit all over it.
Yeah, if you definitely.
I don't know, we haven't even discussed the movie amongst ourselves yet, so.
No, this is just, all fresh from the kitchen, so, we're going to go over
spoiler alert.
Yeah, major spoiler alert. Basically, we're going to say the entire movie right now. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it and then come right back here and then have a discussion with us and tell us why we're wrong and tell us why we're right.
I read some reviews on it after I went and saw the movie. Like me and my wife were looking through some reviews online. Mm-hmm. And one of them, I think, summed it up pretty perfectly. It's Alien for people with ADD.
Wait, what? It's
essentially the movie Alien for people with ADD.
It is kind of Alien, though.
It's just a shortened down version of Alien.
Yeah. Actually, you're right, because at the very end of the movie, when I was watching the alien come out, the spacecraft, and what's his face? Oh, that guy's a really good actor. I saw him in Jake Gyllenhaal. Is that Scottish or Irish?
I don't know.
Okay. Either way, I saw him in the movie Demolition. That was a very good movie where he acted. That he was in. That I thought he was a great actor in that movie too. But yeah, it was. It's kind of fucked up. Like they switched plate. Like the alien figured out as much intelligence to make them switch. Which way they were going to go at the end.
Yeah, like that was weird. I think that was an accident.
No.
I don't know that it actually figured out how to do that.
I think it got to that intelligence point where it's like, you know what? I'm going to screw you over because I want to go to Earth, and this other person needs to go. How did it understand Earth? It started as a cell that had, nerve endings and muscle tissue. Like everything was packed into this one tiny cell.
It was essentially a big living stem cell.
Yeah.
All of its cells did the jobs of all the other cells.
Yeah, like every cell could do the exact same thing, but then it evolved into this big was like a jellyfish or like a starfish.
Starfish, yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, starfish.
But then it had some weird black parrot head towards the end.
Yeah, it started.
It's a Buffett fan.
It started evolving that stuff at the end. It could just it was like this super strong muscle, and that one British dude really pissed it off by having to electroshock it when it's already alive.
I know, right?
Like, why would you have to electroshock it when it's already alive? Maybe just poke it a little bit.
Of a dick move on the aliens part too to further cripple the only crippled guy.
Yep. That alien was an ass. Yeah. I was kind of surprised, that Deadpool went in there and tried to save him. I didn't see why.
All right, here's my other big complaint about the movie. Ryan Reynolds was billed as being the star of that in all of the previews.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not gay or nothing, but I wanted to see Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
No, but seriously though, even my wife was like, "What the fuck?" Mm-hmm. He's supposed to be the star. Instead, we're focusing on Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. No, that's true. I mean, from the
I
previous.
100% blame Jake Gyllenhaal for the death of Heath Ledger, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, they started in Brokeback Mountain together, and then that dredged up some memories when he had to play the Joker alongside Maggie Gyllenhaal, who looks like Jake in a wig. I mean, come on, wouldn't you off yourself if you had a mouthful of Gyllenhaal?
Oh man, probably.
Not to mention, I just don't like him as an actor. He's just boring.
I think you're kind of right in that, but I think that movie Demolition, he just like pulled that part really well because he was very boring in that movie too. Like he was.
I saw that one.
Well, in the movie, he's portrayed as this really
I've seen
boring
Demolition
ass.
Man.
No. Okay.
Totally different movie, yeah.
All right, dude. In the movie Demolition, he's supposed to be this extremely boring character. You know, his life is boring, his wife is boring, like everything is boring. You know,
Right.
But he goes through with this rich life, and you know everything's the same thing day after day, and then he just decides to like go out and try something different, and his whole life changes at that point. He becomes more interesting. Even though he is still kind of boring, he's more interesting. But I'm just saying, like, the way that the story went, he worked that really well. But in this one, I think he was good, but they have...
You would have rather seen him die earlier on and have Ryan Reynolds end it.
Yeah. I was thinking Deadpool was going to survive the whole thing, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm
thought
crazy.
he'd at least survive longer.
Yeah.
Christ, they killed him in like the second act.
It was almost like some other movies where, you know, some of the big actors, you know, are kind of portrayed a lot in these, these initial movies, these big blockbusters. And it's just to, like, you know, be like a starter band for someone else to, you know, take the reins and go from there.
And that's exactly what it is, because Ryan Reynolds is huge right now. So, like, okay, we're going to put you in here, and you're going to die real quick. Like, no, we just want your face. We just want to put your face on the posters.
Yeah. But beyond, like, the movie actors and stuff like that, I think some of the science to it was just way too bizarre. I mean, you know, they pull a cell out of the vacuum of space. It doesn't really do anything until they warm it up, and then the one scientist is like, let's go to prehistoric air, and how the fuck do they know what the prehistoric air composure was? How do they know that exactly? And how would they know this cell is going to react to that? Are they just thinking it just blew into space from, a comet hitting Earth long ago and it used to live on Earth? I mean...
Yeah, see, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that they essentially know what the atmosphere on Earth was at different periods of time. They have a pretty reasonable idea.
I mean, unless they find like air trapped in a rock and they release it within a pressurized, area within a lab, so they could study the molecules of the air within a bubble within a rock. I don't know how else they could know that. But I mean, beyond that, it's like, what would make them think of? I mean, that was like, the perfect opportunity. Like, he just knew how to reactivate this species that they never...
Yeah, you're right, though. Like, that was his first option. Like, oh, okay, well, this isn't working, so let me go prehistoric air.
I was like
damn it, Dave, that's your answer for everything.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, we just know how to do these things. We're so intelligent. But if they're so intelligent, how come they only had like 3 seconds of booster to push their spacecraft back in outer space? I mean...
because anything said with the British accent is automatically 10% smarter.
Yeah, but I mean, like later on in the movie when the aliens like flying around the spacecraft, I mean, we're talking about them even saying and even NASA and other scientists and other space exploration saying they have like trillions and billions of dollars for all this stuff, and they only got like 3 seconds of fuel. What?
I know, right?
I mean,
I don't know. Space travel does take a lot of fuel, I guess.
Yeah, but if they're out there,
damned if I can tell you if that's correct or not.
You're going to tell me that all that millions of dollars that they have, space technology out there, only has 3 seconds of fuel to put them back into orbit in case an emergency happened. That's the only amount of fuel that they brought with them. It's 3 seconds of fuel to readjust.
Yeah.
Seriously? That's bullshit right there. I mean,
I know, because they burned that much with those quick 3-second bursts of the 6 engines, whatever it was.
Yeah, that was okay. Well, maybe it was 6 seconds. 3 to 6 seconds is still way too short, even for a 2-hour movie, for them to be like, okay, we're out. Sorry.
Damn it, guys.
Oh my gosh. That was a bit ridiculous with that. I mean, the species itself, the alien itself, was a bit ridiculous with how overpowered it was in comparison, you know?
Right?
I mean,
like,
if it was...
So fast that thing was, like, docile.
Yeah. Even if it was, like, a day that they let go by, you know, it was like...
Was it so smart?
What?
They never explained how it could be that smart.
Well, because it's, you know, it's got everything it needs in one cell. Apparently, it's, you know, one cell's the brain, the heart, the nerve endings.
So it's smart enough to figure out how to circumnavigate a fucking space station in the course of, like, minutes.
No.
But it can't figure out how to communicate.
Yeah, I know. And it had to feed off of a human, which it's probably never fed off before to get bigger. I mean, our blood for that alien could have been poisoned for all we know. But yet it grew bigger because of that. You know, it's like, if it's that good of a species and it had the option to want to go to Earth and it knew that it wanted to go to Earth, it probably was on Earth before. How are we alive? I mean...
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it gets to Earth and now, yeah, basically you're right. It's like Alien for 80, you know, ADD. And they are coming up...
bad reviews of it, too. Like, I thought it was okay.
I thought it was decent.
Actor-wise, I would have rather seen Gyllenhaal bite it earlier.
Yeah, I thought it was a decent movie. You know, I didn't hate it, but when it got to certain parts, I'm like, okay, you know, a multi-million-dollar, possibly billion-dollar, you know, outer space tube that people live in doesn't have enough fuel to push itself back into orbit. Yeah, I don't know about that. And then the whole directive that only 2 of the astronauts knew about, that if the alien gets out of control, you know, they're going to shoot them out in outer space. Only 2 of them knew that, not all the astronauts. How is that possible, dude? Only 2 of them know about that objective. Like, the other ones can't be trusted?
I think they just... Well, they're not all, like, military personnel. Like, the military people are the ones that knew about it. The civilians, they didn't tell.
Yeah, I thought they were all, you know, military anyways. I actually don't know. I don't know if I saw the whole beginning because I got into the theater and I was watching them, like, start to go into space, and I saw the word life come up, like, a few minutes later, so I must have missed some of the beginning part.
Oh, you didn't miss that much.
Yeah, I didn't think I really missed much of that. But, yeah, when they get into space, or, you know, when they're in space and they're looking at all these things left and right, you almost thought that Japanese dude, was he Japanese or Chinese?
I think Japanese.
Yeah, I almost thought he was going to pull out a katana blade and go 1-to-1 on that alien later on.
Come on. Now, that is definitely something that would have happened in the 80s.
I know. But
that shit's racist now.
Come on, man. If I was up there, I'd have a katana blade. I'm not Asian.
I don't know that they'd let you bring that into space.
Oh, sure they would. Man, there's so much metal going up there anyways. Just be like, you know, in case I need to support something open, or, you know, in case I need to cut my meat for my sandwiches, it's a multi-tool. They'd be like, oh, okay.
Right.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I still don't think that you can talk anyone to letting you bring a katana into space.
If you were an astronaut, they'd let you bring practically anything up there, man.
I don't know.
Unless it's like a small pet. Yeah. I think...
Pet. I don't know, man. My dog can't handle a car ride. I don't think she's built for space travel.
Well, you wouldn't want to bring a ferret up there. Those things stink. You'd be trapped in that
you don't
smell.
want to bring a ferret anywhere, like into your house.
Yeah.
It's just a long rat.
Yeah. Well, my teacher had one when I was younger, and
I had neighbors that had them.
I used to erase the chalkboard with its body because it was long enough.
That's messed up.
It didn't seem to mind. The teacher didn't like it though, but that's beside the point. Anyways.
Also, back to life.
Yeah.
Did you call that ending? I called that ending.
Yeah, with it getting to Earth and stuff?
Yeah, especially with the exact way that it was happening. When I saw them going for the life pods and I saw shit starting to get fucked up, leaned over to my wife and like, they're going to go the opposite directions. She's going out to space. He's bringing the alien to Earth.
Yeah, I thought that he would have had like an alien somewhat attached, or... Well, I kind of thought the alien was going to get to Earth. I mean, I didn't know that, they were going to have the pod switching and stuff, but I thought, like, she was going to get an alien somehow, and then he was just going to get killed, because it didn't look like a happy ending. It didn't have that ring to it, This is going to be a happy ending, because it's just like a very foreboding title, Life, like, oh, human life? No. Alien life, it's like...
Yeah, we need a sequel. I want to see what happens now.
Mm-hmm.
Or is that a Cloverfield? Is that where Cloverfield came from?
That one's a strange one. That one's like aliens inside of mechanized machines. Or that's like a octopus inside
at the end
of
Cloverfield Lane?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking the monster from the first one.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I'm just wondering if they're going to ever finish that story. What the fuck is going on in those movies?
I don't know, dude. I think the fact is, like, they want to keep us afraid of alien life.
Oh, I'm terrified of it. That's one of my, like, top 3.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think there could be good alien life and bad alien life. But I think it just depends on what they want to eat.
The Greys and the reptilians.
Yeah. Possibly. I don't know. I think there could be some that are... Well,
when
maybe...
it's growing up seeing movies like Fire in the Sky and shit like that. I'm just...
that one.
It terrifies me.
Is that the one with the coded colors that they send? Or no, that's Encounters of a fourth kind or fifth, I don't know.
Third kind.
Third kind. Encounters of a Third Kind. That wasn't too bad. I never liked the E.T. movie.
Really?
No.
That's a classic.
As soon as E.T. flew with the bike over the moon, I just laughed. It was just like, this is ridiculous. He can make it fly, and there's the moon.
I know he's got all these crazy powers.
Yeah, and he's got
can't figure shit out.
Does he pee and poop with his finger? Does he eat with it? I mean, it glows. I don't know. It's like he's Rudolph with that thing.
Yeah, it's an infection, bro.
It could be. I mean, he's an alien atmosphere to him. But man, that alien And I mean, when I saw the woman like lose her coolant system, I was like, come on. There can't. I mean, because, you know, we were kind of talking about this. Like, I don't know how they could have a coolant system in their spacesuits, because, I mean, shouldn't the padding be enough to protect them, you know, for heat wise?
Yeah, I'm
But
not sure exactly why, but I am pretty positive that they do have coolant systems.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, how it could break the coolant system, I don't get.
It's just that strong. I don't know. It's like Superman strong. They
It
never
kind of
explain
was.
why, besides every cell's a muscle cell. Like, okay, I guess that pseudoscience explains it.
But the thing is, it grew so fast, it would have had to have some sort of. I mean, if it's growing that fast, it needs to be able to absorb either the air itself to maintain its strength.
Yeah, that's something that I wasn't quite understanding at the beginning there either. How the hell is it getting so damn big with no food source?
I know. The only thing it ate was the, you know, the mechanic that it killed initially.
Yeah, but it was already pretty big by then. It got up to like starfish size before that happened.
Oh yeah, and then the fact that it's a complete muscle cell, but all that fire that they torched it with did pretty much nothing to it. If the whole thing is nerve endings, if the whole thing is nerve endings, it would be shaking like crazy from all that fire.
Right?
You know, it's a gigantic ball of nerves. It'd be like feeling the most pain ever imaginable from that.
Well, who knows? Maybe it doesn't feel pain.
That can't be true if it's nerves, though, man. Because if you, let's say you lost a finger, they didn't reconnect the nerves, but they reattached the finger, not going to have a lot of sensation in that hand or that finger, you know? But, I mean, like this, I mean, they're blowtorching the damn thing. It's like, come on. The thing would be like, you know, shaking in a corner, be like, stop it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I said that to my wife. I'm like, yeah, how the hell is this thing flame retardant? Like, they roasted the shit out of that thing.
I know. And then it can like find its way into the guy's mouth. You know, if it went into his mouth, and that was me, as soon as it got in, I would have clamped down with my teeth and bit the damn thing in half. As disgusting as it is, that would have been a safer bet than letting it go all the way into your mouth, crawl into your lungs, eat you from the inside out. I mean, I don't know what you would have done, but
yeah, I mean, you're gonna die no matter what at that point.
Well, I would have had myself a tasty treat before I died. That's
would have tried. I mean, shit, the fire didn't scratch it. How do you think your teeth are gonna do?
Well, I mean, the pressure, you could separate it with your teeth, possibly. I don't know, but you know, might be worth the effort.
Yeah, good luck.
Well, it'd be like eating what is it, calamari?
Invincible alien. Oh, I know, right? Maybe.
Yeah, it'd be like chewing calamari. It'd be like, oh, this is tough, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I've never understood that one. Like, I like it. Calamari's okay, but too expensive for chewing on some rubber.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I was at like a family or not my family reunion, but someone else's family reunion once. They had calamari and they had the I don't know which one is the calamari, the rings or the little baby octopus. I don't know which one is what, but
the rings are calamari.
Okay, but yeah, I had both, and it's like gummy bear texture quality, or it's like rubber. But I don't know how people actually enjoy that.
Yeah, it's okay fried, but at the same point, like for way cheaper, I could chew on a fucking salty pencil eraser at home.
Yeah,
That's a weird.
Yeah,
I understand how we made the segue because we keep comparing the alien to a starfish, but that went a weird direction.
well, we're saying if the alien, because with the mechanic, it went in his mouth. If he would have just clamped down fast, he could have bit it in half.
Yep.
And
it's
then
understandable how we got to that point of the conversation too. Because I mean, really, that's what we as a species would do if that thing got to Earth. We're gonna fucking eat it.
Probably.
We're gonna figure out how to make more of it because that thing's gonna taste good.
Oh yeah, man.
It's all muscle. Awesome.
Yeah, what would be good with that? Cayenne pepper or garlic? What kind of flavoring would you put on it? Like if you had to roast
an alien,
the alien that's all muscle, starfish muscle alien. What would you? How would you prepare this tasty treat?
I mean, I guess you can never go wrong with chili lime, right?
yeah, I could see that.
Fucking chili lime Martian. Not gonna lie, I'd try it.
You can make a business out of it and put a green alien face, over the packaging of the meat that you sell.
Oh my god, what do we got here? Fucking alien. Awesome.
This restaurant serves alien prepared by Zodiac. Weren't you gonna make like a restaurant called Zodi Burgers or something?
Didn't we already go over that one?
I don't know if we ever did.
Was it like? Didn't we settle on like Soda Snacks or something?
Soda Snacks. Yeah. Yeah, man. Then we could serve alien there. That'd be perfect. Everybody would come and eat it all up.
Nah, but then we gotta farm them and raise them. PETA's gonna get involved.
You really can't do a free-ranged alien starfish, though, because those damn things are powerful.
Oh, I know, right? You can't let that thing out on its own.
No, it's going to eat you before you can eat it. So you're going to have to be,
Maybe that's part of the experience. You got to make somebody wrestle their own down.
They'll take away. Oh, yeah. They'll take,
no charge if you eat it first.
If you can eat the whole thing, you eat for free.
Right? Because, I mean, essentially you have to destroy something like that at cellular level.
I know.
Every cell's every cell.
I mean, you couldn't just have a guy that, wrestles pigs in the mud to go grab that thing and tackle it. I don't think that would happen.
Oh, yeah. We'd have alien starfish rodeos.
That would be interesting. That'd be pretty interesting.
I mean, we're people. We'd find a way to, one, enslave, and two, eat. That's what would happen to that thing. Those are like our two specialties right there: oppression and gluttony.
That's true.
We're good at those things.
That's true. I mean, because the thing is, if it didn't try to kill us, what they would have done with the species is put it in a box, put some holes in it. We're taking it back to Earth, and if it didn't taste good, it would become a pet. If it didn't work well as a pet, and it could do something like break down some kind of food composition and turn it into a gelatinous form, and we could use that for some sort of solution, we would do that with it. But if it couldn't do anything at all, we would just kill it. But the fact that it's trying to eat us, we have to kill it then because, well, I mean, you eat it or it eats you. I mean, that's kind of what we've been doing since the beginning.
The plot to Oddworld?
I don't know. Never saw it.
Oh, that was a really old PlayStation game from when I was a kid.
I remember the name. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was like Oddworld: Abe's Odyssey. I think that was the plot. Was like the company was grinding up aliens for food or something to feed to the other aliens.
What's the main character? Is like a worm?
He's some weird alien thing. I forget what they're called.
Well, I mean, what would we do?
Powers and abilities, and I forget. He farted for some reason, and that was helpful somehow.
Oh, it was like pure oxygen or something?
I don't know. It was a weird game. No, that was one of those things. You just press the button, he'd fart. He'd giggle, If there was another alien nearby, that one would giggle.
So it's just a big fart game with aliens?
No, that was just one of the things. Like, there was other weird. I don't know. It was
That's
strange.
kind of the point of it. But yeah, man. I mean, what could we do with an alien though if we found it? I mean, they find this alien, they're going to bring it back to Earth. You know, I mean, because they're studying it, but obviously they're going to definitely bring it back to Earth. It's not just going to stay there.
Yeah.
You know, stay there forever. But what are we going to do unless it's like turns into some, you know, beautiful giraffe-like creature that just kind of floats through the air, and you know, people look at it, go, "Ooh, look at that." I mean, what are we going to do with it? I mean,
eat it. I'm telling you.
Yeah. You eat it, or you play with it, or you let it produce something for you. I mean,
if it was docile, like honestly, I think if they could have gotten under control, the original British scientists there. I'm just gonna say black. Everybody knows. I mean the black.
You call me racist?
Hey, I tried. It got old. But yeah, the original scientist there, Hugh.
So the black dude.
The things were the black dude. The things were essentially big living stem cells. So he was totally right. We could be healing crippled people and curing diseases with something like that if it wasn't so fucking strong.
Yeah,
like I'm sure we'll figure out a way to take it down. Like if they made a sequel and
I don't know, man. If it's flame retardant and well, the only thing that really hurt it was electricity, and it tried to break that. So unless we had electric guns, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Electricity did kind of fuck it up a little.
I mean, fire could hurt it if it's like a nuclear bomb or a big enough bomb, but they'd have to hit it like dead on. But that thing, I think that thing was smart enough to turn the pods around and make that thing go to Earth and the other one go out. I think it like, you know, became like, gave itself a 200 IQ. Just boom, out of thin air.
Yeah, who knows? It didn't seem pretty damn smart.
Yeah, it was going for
just like you just said, even like I was saying earlier, the thing went from being a cell to being this, you know, starfish sized, and all of a sudden it's super smart. Figures out how to get all around the spaceship, figures out how to find food and water.
Mm-hmm. But they're saying like it drank the coolant for energy. Wouldn't it die if it did that?
Right?
Like, yeah. And then later on, it's outside in zero pressure, minus 300 plus whatever degrees in the dead of space, where they didn't even show a sun, so they showed the moon.
I thought it needed oxygen, and that thing was holding its breath for a long ass time.
Yeah, and for something that's pure muscle, you need a lot of oxygen. I mean, a lot of oxygen. Muscles need a lot of oxygen to move, and that thing is just flipping itself all over the place, you know, doing acrobatics, dancing on top of the space station. I mean, I was kind of expecting a Broadway spectacle at some point.
Oh, I know, right? Little top hat, Spaceball style.
Yeah. They might even do a Spaceballs version of this movie because
I heard they are working on Spaceballs too, I heard. So.
You're kidding me. I
don't know. I heard rumor like a year ago.
Yeah, I heard about the Crow movie being a remake a year ago too. I've never heard anything
that comes up every so many years though. I did see that somebody's working on it, but we'll see if it ever gets anywhere.
Yeah, it literally just went from good to bad to worse, and then just beyond that. The fourth one, just don't even look it up. You don't even.
I didn't.
What?
I don't think I saw the first. The fourth one.
Don't even look it up, man. You're gonna be so disgusted with it.
I remember the first one. I remember, what was it? City of Angels.
City of Angels #2. I don't remember the name of the third one, but I know that it was probably better than the second one. But it's still kind of like, doesn't You know,
Still pretty awful.
it doesn't do the first one justice, really.
None of the sequels did.
No, but like this movie with Life, it probably is. It has to have a sequel because you saw the ending. It has to have a sequel. But how? Okay, let's theorize how crazy this will be.
All right. I bet Gyllenhaal survives again too.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
why
gonna
did
be
it keep him alive all the way to Earth. It killed everybody else so fast.
it like.
But instead, it just bear hugs Gyllenhaal and okay, I'm gonna wrap you up nice and tight here. That way you survive all the way back to your home planet.
It needed a friend to talk to, man, and he's gonna become the head alien of the intergalactic starfish, space station that they're going to create, and that's how I see it.
You'll see it. You're gonna have like a whole starfish squadron.
Yeah, he's gonna be like the Roman general, commanding it. It's gonna be. This is probably gonna turn into something like. Yeah, geez. Now, what's the name of that one? What's the name of Starship Troopers? Yeah, it's gonna turn into Starship Troopers here with how crazy this will get.
Starship Troopers, the giant bugs.
Mm-hmm. Because
every time I work in the seafood department, I have to put away the king crab legs. All I can think of is Starship Troopers.
I mean, the movie was good. What? But yeah, man, I think the movie was good, but there's definitely some ludicrous parts in there that you just like. I mean, okay, I guess like,
right? Yeah, right.
I mean, they make it sound so intellectual with what they're doing, like where he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna decrease the air pressure to make it more like, what kind of?
And I think that's why I'm still let down, because they've been building this movie up for the better part of a year.
I didn't even really notice it.
It was so overhyped.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it till like a month ago. I mean, I see movies all the time, but I didn't really. I didn't.
Saw a preview for this. I think when I went to see Deadpool.
Oh, I did not see that though. But you're on the East Coast, so you probably get more info on newer movies and stuff. Well, probably sooner.
Maybe.
Because East Coasterners are a little more privileged than Midwesterners. So.
Well, you guys are more concerned with beer and sausage than movies.
Well, yeah. So that makes sense.
At least that was my Milwaukee experience.
That's kind of true, though.
That was the only place I'd ever been that had a fucking traveling beer garden and around to all the different parks.
Oh, and you know that if you go and you test out all the beers at the breweries in Milwaukee, like if you want it, there's places that let you, use this communal bicycle that's like a car, but everybody that's drunk as hell, there's like bicycle.
It's like 30 seats on the thing or something, and you're all pedaling.
They all pedal themselves home in this thing.
That's I guess.
Because then you're not driving home drunk, you're bicycling home drunk, but you got 10 other people. So it's like a hive mentality. Someone's going to lead. Everybody's going to work at it. They're all going to figure it out. But I don't know. What do you think this alien could be like? Do you think it's going to be like a hive mentality, like in The Walking Dead with those, the hive group and the trash area?
Oh, the fucking trash people. They're so weird.
Yeah, that's hive, man. That's all hive. We already talked about this, too. That's got to be, man. Because, I mean, you look, when she brought them to the top of their trash.
Up. Whatever.
And then she threw Rick down to fight the the zombie swordsman. He came back up. What?
Zombie Spartacus down there.
Zombie Spartacus. So he went to fight Zombie Spartacus, and he came back up, and she made him look all around, and she's kind of like, "This could all be yours," you know. And then I don't know. It was like perfectly, you know, almost honeycomb shaped, or you know, it was in that kind of form where there was all the divots everywhere, but it was like perfectly made. Like, this is their, you know, masterwork. This is their masterpiece. And
I know, right?
The queen bee is the only one that spoke, if you notice. It's like ant colony or a bee colony, but man.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but she definitely has like full control. I don't know if I'd say hive mind, because there's no way that they're all telepathically connected. But
Well, not exactly, no. But I mean, it seems like the designer of The Walking Dead is very theme orientated when it comes to the groups, you know.
yeah, that's one thing I don't like about where this is headed, is all the themes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like was it the Warriors?
Yeah.
Every gang's
Well,
got to have its own special theme.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we're going to wander away from the movie Alien, I don't know what else you want to talk about it. If you want to just jump into maybe talk about Walking Dead, because I didn't get to talk about that as much as I wanted to.
I never do.
But I mean, with the Alien, I don't know if it could be like a hive thing, because at the end, like the Jake guy, he was in this webbing, like spider webbing.
Yeah,
You know,
well, I don't know what the deal with that was either.
It's like, I think he was going to be the cocoon, you know, for more of them, I guess.
Maybe?
Or else, you know, he's going to be like one of the drones or something where, you know, he's controlled. Maybe that was like a controlling agent. You know, it mentally controlled him at that point.
Maybe. No, because he was yelling for help and telling the guys trying to open it no.
But maybe it
He kept
manipulated
yelling
his-
no when they were trying to open the door.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I don't know. The alien, that was interesting to watch, but even though it was killing everybody, it never frightened me at all.
No, there was
it's
nothing
like-
scary about that movie. They kept saying it was terrifying.
Who's saying that?
Where was the terror? I'm afraid of aliens, and I wasn't afraid.
Wait. Who said this was terrifying?
It's in the previews. They're like, go see the most terrifying movie of winter. I don't know what they're saying. But yeah, it's always up there with like terrifying, riveting, huge.
That was a bunch of bullshit. The alien
none
looked,
of those things.
no, it wasn't. The alien
It
looked
was
friendlier.
pretty damn boring, and that I was pissed because the guy that I went there to see in the movie died in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. No, I mean the alien looked friendlier than the astronauts that were on the ship.
Right?
I know. That's just kind of how it looked to me, but you know, I don't know. I think they went through too much of the movie explaining what the astronauts were like to have the ending that they had. It's like, okay, we know all the backstory behind all these astronauts. This one's having a baby. This one likes to help other people. This one's curious and kind of stupid for trying to experiment too much. And this one has tons of secrets, and then they all die. It's like, why would you put me through this much of a movie for me to see all the backstories to all these dead people? What?
Yeah.
You know?
I see what you mean there, too. Like, I didn't need to know all this backstory.
Yeah.
Really, like, I could have used more studying of the alien.
I know.
Maybe more
If they-
fighting the alien. Seeing the actual alien do something.
I know.
There was a
man.
whole lot of nothing in between the scenes where the alien just like popped out and like fucking makes origami out of somebody's hand, and then it disappears into another vent.
And it just knows to jump into every
alien. Shaking my fist. You can't see this on a podcast.
But it's like as soon as they're closing the vents, it's like it knows every vent to get to. It's like, oh, I got to get to that one. Oh, I got to get to that one. How? What? I mean, all the objects and shapes that it can see.
How does it know what all of this stuff is? Like,
and we looked through its vision before. It was blurry as hell. It was like a water bubble of blur.
And that's what I'm saying. How does it know? Like, oh, okay, if I go through this blob here, that'll get me into the ship.
And how does it know what a ship is? How does it know it's in outer space? You know?
Yeah, the intelligence of this thing was too damn high. Like,
exactly. It was like 200 IQ plus. It was just constantly getting smarter. In an outer space environment with futuristic technology from an organism that just started growing like a day ago? I mean,
yeah,
it's based
goddamn baby.
By the time they make the next movie about Life 2, it's going to be a god. It's going to be floating in the sky with the sun, telling us what to do. I mean, that's how I see it, man. It's going to be like floating up there going, I don't like you. I like you. You die. You live. I mean, just the sheer intelligence on that thing.
Fuck you.
You're cool. Fuck you.
No, like I don't even know. Like, hopefully, if they do make another one, like maybe the thing will talk, communicate a little bit, let us know what it wants.
Yeah, man, it's gonna juggle. It's gonna perform tricks. No, man, it's already gone through its angry mode. Now it's just gonna start being happy and like juggling, performing tricks. You know, becoming the next David Blaine. It's gonna do all kinds of.
Oh God, no! Kill it now. I'd say kill it with fire, but we already know you can't.
That's fire retardant, so
it's full blown retardant. No.
Yeah, I know.
That's rude.
Well, the movie was. I keep wanting to say the movie was good. The movie was good, but as soon as you start breaking some of the things down, you start thinking about, you're like, yeah, that shit can.
The more I think about it, I kind of want my $20 back.
I know exactly. I'm starting to think about that. I'm like, yeah, the movie was kind of a fail. But when you're sitting in it, I mean, the thematics, the visual lighting of it, I mean, that was on point. You know, the beautification of the set and how they portrayed the actors and the camera angles they pulled, that was really good. But I think everything else, like, it's the first part where I started to get pissed off. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna take this, you know, organism back to the Prozairic era or Croatian era or whatever the freaking era was, and
Croatian era.
I don't know, just whatever era it was with the kind of air mixture that was at that point in time. Like, how do you know this stuff? I mean, this is the first time you've seen this thing.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why he thought that. So I was like, oh, fucking Hugh. That's always your choice. Oh, we got to bring it back to the fucking Cretaceous period.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that's right. I think I pronounced that wrong.
The Cretaceous period? It might be close, but I don't know. That's really what set me off at that point. And then she's like drowning in her coolant, where it's like, okay, how could it puncture the coolant line without her just instantly dying? If she has a leak, all that air would be sucked out of her, spacesuit immediately. You know, considering the strength of that thing when she's in outer space. You know.
Yeah.
And
it's got to be internal coolant lines.
Yeah, and the thing doing acrobatics in outer space with no oxygen, no way to keep its, source going. It got really cold and needed the light to huddle next to, but in outer space, it's like, yeah, I'm okay. It's perfect.
It's way colder outside than it is in the ship right now.
So inside, when it started getting cold, it needed heat, but it was outside, minus 300 degrees. It was just dancing around and come on.
Right, by like all of their theories, shouldn't have went into hibernation like as soon as it was outside in space.
I know. It should have basically been like a starfish on the ground. Like you take it out of the water and it just
when the atmosphere started leaking out, it just immediately went into hibernation.
I know.
Why the fuck didn't it do that when it went outside?
I know. Exactly, because outside it's like minus 300 degrees.
Like, whoop. Nope. Nap time.
Yeah, inside it was like, 0 degrees or whatever like that, because they were shivering like crazy and that needed some heat to warm up. But outside it's just dancing all over the place. It's like, yeah, it's okay out here. It's actually kind of nice. It's freaking minus 300 degrees.
Yeah, you just need a light jacket, guys.
I mean, it's like, oh, well, he fed on another dead body before he went out. Really? That's going to give him enough warmth to stay alive?
Maybe that did it.
No, that's not even possible. Give him energy, but still, minus that much degrees, it would just freeze it like a...
I don't know, man. If you eat another person, shit sticks to your ribs. I'd imagine.
Considering your name...
I wish I could do that Hannibal Lecter thing.
What?
That weird sucking on the bottom lip thing that Anthony Hopkins did in the movie. Yeah. I can't do that. It just makes a fart noise.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, now that we talk about it a little bit more, the movie's like way too ridiculous for the fact.
Yeah, I'm starting to rethink it. I keep saying it's okay, but I don't really think it was that okay. I think I don't like it. I'm just gonna say it. I didn't like it. I tried to trick myself into liking it.
I think if you want to see a movie that has good visuals, it's good. But as soon as you start thinking about the story, you're gonna want to like internally vomit because you're like, that could never happen. What are they showing me here? Because, I mean, just eating, him eating out Deadpool, that couldn't be enough energy for him to survive in outer space. I mean, I know Deadpool's powerful, but geez, man, not possible.
I know Ryan Reynolds is pretty fit, but I don't know if he can hold you over for that long. I don't think eating him is going to give you like superpowers.
No. So, all right. So, I mean, if you had to rate it like, like
1 to
out of 10,
or...
out of 10 stars, 10 stars being the best. Let's give it a rating and let's move on to Walking Dead because I'm ready to talk about that, man.
Yeah, we can do some Walking Dead. Sure. I guess if I had to rate it 1 through 10, I'd say 7. Maybe a solid 7.
That's pretty good.
I'm not going to say terrible, but it wasn't very good.
I'd give it a 5. I was going to say 4, but I'm going to be generous. I'll give it a 5. It's kind of like the visuals are good. It's got some good actors in it, some good actresses in it. But just thinking about how the story plays out, it's like, I just can't wrap my brain around it, after I start thinking about it. So I'll probably see the follow-up to it, and watch a Living God
sequel. You'd watch it.
Yeah, I probably will. Just humor myself to see how crazy overpowered this thing becomes. Like, it's basically Superman that can replicate.
It's already pretty overpowered. Yeah, it's Octopus Superman.
Octopus Superman. Okay, so I guess that's what we're gonna call it. Yeah, dude. I don't know what else.
I don't know.
What?
Super Cephalopod.
Yeah, Super Cephalopod. I actually like this other movie that I saw that was with aliens a little better than this one. And it was with an actress that I think it was Amy Adams or one that looks like her. But it had...
Which movie?
The movie where it had like the black like oval thing hovering above the Earth, and then they had the humans go up inside of it, and inside were the aliens that were big octopus-like creatures.
No.
I can't remember the name right now, but that was a pretty good one. I did like that one. A little more sci-fi, but still kind of a little more believable. But yeah, man, The Walking Dead. What's going on so far? I didn't even see the last episode. I just couldn't get to see it. But
So the last one you saw before this one was the previous one, that right where Rosita wound up at Hilltop.
yeah, they're all ganging together. You know, they're all starting to, they want to fight together, except for the old dude at the top of the hill, king of the hill. He doesn't want to do shit. He just wants to suck ass.
Gregory, yeah. Guy's a douche.
He is a douche, yeah. But beyond that, yeah, it's like a whole conspiracy plan now. Everybody's getting weapons and stuff. So what happened this last episode? Like, did they go over Eugene's story more? Did they go over Rick's story more? Did
it was more
Carl?
of they had Rosita and her side mission.
Rosita do a side mission?
Remember they wanted to go kill Negan?
Yeah, they were waiting outside that abandoned building with a sniper rifle, and then Sasha ran in.
Yeah.
Later on,
She went in and tried to take down Negan on her own. She got caught.
Oh.
And she wound up in probably my favorite name for anywhere ever. The same cell that Daryl was in.
Really?
But if you look on the door, there's a strip of duct tape that labels it the Dipshit Training Center.
That's cool.
Like, oh my god, that is my new favorite name for anything.
So they're going to try to convert her, apparently.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I think he's going to kill her to make a point, though.
Possibly, yeah.
That's my
a little
theory.
sad. It's a little sad, but there's going to be some death of some kind. That's just going to happen,
Yeah. Honestly,
But,
I know you like her. I'm banking on Rosita. I don't like her.
She can't die, man. I'm going to stop watching the series. Developers are watching me. Got to make sure you keep her alive.
I just don't like her.
I like her because she's hot. And
That's about all she's got going for her.
I think she kind of has my vengeance mentality. So there is that. But yeah.
Yeah, but she dumb.
But they got Carol moving now, though,
Yeah, I saw that. I'm glad to see Carol
Dude.
back in action. She's one of my
Like
favorites.
like I said before, she's the angel of death. As soon as she starts to move, people start to die.
Oh yeah.
She's got to be, man.
Carol's gonna go drop some bodies.
Yeah, and the thing is, she just loves to kill people. That's the reason why she wants to just be out of the game altogether, because she's
I don't
like,
think she loves it, but she's just really fucking.
She feels bad about it because she enjoys it, man. That's why she stopped. Because she's like, I know what I can do. It's kind of like Wolverine, except for.
Yeah, was it? I'm the best at what I do, and the best at what I do ain't so good, or ain't so nice.
Yeah, what
So
I
pretty.
do isn't very nice. But yeah, she's like Wolverine, but an older woman. So, without claws.
Old lady Logan.
Did you see the Logan movie too?
I did not.
Okay, well, I won't spoil that movie right now.
Honestly, I haven't liked any of them. Well, not enough to pay theater prices.
I think this was a good one. Probably the best of them. It's still sad though, but probably the best of them. So, yeah, I don't want to go any more detail with that because we already said spoilers for the movie Life. I don't want to give spoilers for all these other movies. The Walking Dead is already, I could spoil all kinds of movies, man. We should make
Just
like
spoil
an episode.
everything.
Yeah. We should make like an episode of spoilers. Like every movie imaginable. We should spoil it, like everything.
There we go. The Crow Show is now just called Spoiler Alert. We're just going to ruin it all for you.
Spoiler alert.
We're going to take the crow off altogether, just make it a middle finger. Whoa.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna change the shape of the artwork I did for the crow, so the head will be a middle finger, and then their wings come out. That'll be fun.
There you go.
Nah, we're not gonna do that. Couldn't do that. But
I think we're in the clear as long as we say spoiler alert at the beginning.
yeah,
Because you never know where we're going to go. So a spoiler alert from us is a spoiler for life.
you know the thing is, we wouldn't
just,
have to
and
do
not just
that.
the movie, just in general. We could spoil anything at any point.
Yeah, we can. But let me tell you, Zodiac, I think what we could do instead of all that is if you could train your dog to snore, spoiler alert, instead of the, that guttural sound, we wouldn't have to say anything. It would just constantly, snore that particular word, and then bam.
If I could train my dog to say anything, it would be to tell me when she has to go outside.
I think you should just train it to poop on the toilet and then flush.
And what's going on? Is that my headset or yours?
What?
I'm having audio problems right now. I
I
think we're
don't
good
hear
though.
anything. I heard a little kind of thud sound, but yeah, you sound fine. So, what else is going on with The Walking Dead? What do you think is going to happen for the end of this season? Because we can talk about what we think is going to happen, and next time when it does happen, then we can talk about why we were right or wrong or whatever.
I think they're going to leave us with a cliffhanger.
Again?
They love cliffhangers.
Well, they did finish it that last season. That, not this past season, but the one before. They literally finished it. Unless that was like a mid-season, but it's like they came to a close where Negan was introduced, but then like everything was okay with Hilltop, I guess, or not Hilltop, but or maybe it was. Oh man, I'm getting confused. But do you think they'll do that though?
I think they're going to leave us with them going after Negan.
See, that's gonna suck, man. If they do another bash the cameraman's head in again, I'm gonna be really pissed.
No, I doubt that. But I think we're going to end with them like at the beginning of their war with Negan.
Yeah. You know what happened though? As soon as they did that, after that ended airing, even the people in The Talking Dead, I thought I heard some booing, and the directors were looking at the camera like, we're gonna do better next time. They saw the negative reactions and they just looked like they were in total shock. It's like, no shit, you're in shock. You did a shitty thing to the viewers. You did a shitty thing. You are a shitty person. You did a shitty thing.
You bad man.
But yeah, man, that was stupid. That was so stupid, dude.
I get it. Like it was a pretty solid cliffhanger.
It was too much of a cliffhanger for an already locked in audience. I mean,
yeah,
that's what I heard that's what I heard some other people saying, and I was like, yeah, I got to agree with that.
I don't know. I thought it was all right. That didn't bother me.
Yeah, I was pretty sure Abraham was getting it though. I was kind of hoping Glenn wouldn't, but I mean, with what you're saying, like they kind of have to go along with the story somewhat, and
yeah,
the fact
Stephen
that
Young, even said he wanted his character to die that way.
Yeah, and
because it's such a big moment in the comics and now in the show.
Yeah, I kind of missed the guy in there though, because he was like that nerdy little baseball kid, in the beginning. That's
oh my
out
god,
Rick.
he was like fucking 12 when that show started.
I know.
Not really, but he looked young.
He definitely looked like that.
That show's aging the shit out of those people, though. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
They
I'm
look
surprised.
way older than, what have they been doing it? 9 years now?
Yeah, man, but think about that. That's nearly a decade. I mean, shows typically don't go that long.
Oh, I know,
I
right?
mean,
Especially these days.
I know the only thing that really did was The Simpsons, but that's that's a cartoon.
Yeah.
That cartoons aren't exactly actors that need to,
I mean, at this point,
brush their.
we've watched the kid who plays Carl grow up.
Mm-hmm. And you just saw in that other episode
His
before
name
that.
fucking, Chandler Riggs or something like that.
I'm
bad with
what's
acting.
the? Oh, yeah. I don't remember his name either, but even the Shane's daughter. What's her name?
Oh, Judith?
Yeah, Judith. I mean, look how big she
Baby.
is now. She's like
Yeah, she's
a
like
year
2.
or two. Yeah.
That's
I'm
another
just
one.
thinking-
We're going to watch that kid grow up unless she...
Dude, I think the only thing that really fooled me was when they had to retreat from the prison, and you saw the baby carriage just filled with blood.
Yeah.
Or the baby carrier filled with blood. I'm like, oh, okay.
That would be a great name for a metal band, by the way.
What? Baby carrier filled with blood?
Yeah. Great
Hey,
name for a metal band.
if you do that, let me be the drummer or singer or piano guy. I don't even know piano.
Piano.
I could be
Tons
the
of
cowbell
piano.
man. I'll be the cowbell guy.
Yeah, there we go.
I could do that.
You can be our Will Ferrell.
Yep. So, yeah, that was I don't know. I think the way the Walking Dead show is going, I think it's progressing very well now.
Oh, definitely. One
I
thing
think
that,
when you
here's what I want to know. What do you think is going on with Eugene?
Eugene is converted.
You think he's full-blown convert? He is Negan?
Oh yeah, man. Like I said before, he's Judas. He is the Judas of the group. He is going to sell his soul to whatever spiritual entity will give him the most satisfaction. Which is Negan right now. So
I can see
Negan will
that.
let him. Negan lets him play games. The other group doesn't. He's going to stick with Negan.
Right? He's got a goddamn Atari with Negan.
I know. Why would he go back? What's he going to get back there? He doesn't get pickles over there. Come on.
Right?
He needs his pickles and his Atari. And he gets girls to show off to. So,
They're kind of pissed at him right now.
yeah, but he goes on power trips. The whole thing where he was taking the group of Abraham and everything through that shit.
Yeah.
He was telling them anything they wanted to hear so that he was in control. He's got to manipulate everything around him to stay in control.
And that's like, I like the character, so I want to believe that he's got some long game that he's got going. But at the same point, I think you're right. I think
he's
I
done.
think he is Negan. He's just too much of a bitch to fight for anything. He's like, you know what? All I got to do is listen to this dude and do what he says, and I got all the pickles and video games I want.
I know, man, exactly. Because
Power over others.
Yeah, I mean, look at what he did to his other group for so long, and even Rosita was pissed off at him for all the people that died to save his ass, where he would just be like huddling in a corner, with a blanket, while everybody else is fighting the zombies.
No, it's cool, guys. I'm a genius. I'm helping to figure this out.
I'm helping. I mean,
Yeah.
you just think about it. I think he's got some mental thing going on where he's trying to figure out how to survive, but he thinks, if I just use these people, they'll take care of me. And that's all I got to do. You know?
I think he's overestimating how much Negan actually gives a shit about him.
I think that could be the death of him. I think, if anything, Sasha and him probably will die. You know?
Oh, yeah. I see that.
You know, but they could be put on, like, death's door, and if they're given a choice for them to kill one or the other, they'll probably kill Sasha and then let him come back to the group. And he won't want to come back to the group. This is like the strange irony that I could see happening. You know,
I guess I can see what you're talking about there.
You know, like there's a trade-off, and it's like, hey, we're going to forgive you for all.
Sasha are going to get out of there.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants to. I think he because you look at the power trip he went on when he was going to get.
I
those
don't think
pills.
He wants to leave, but I think he will to spare Sasha.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I still want to believe he's going to do something good. There's no way he's just totally converted.
I just see him as a snake in a group. I haven't seen him do anything useful that's good besides giving them the recipe to make bullets. But it's kind of like
it's their enemy now.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying that, because he just did that to survive. He did that with Rick's group to survive. It was kind of a friendly way, but with Negan, he kind of was forced into it. So I think he's going to help whoever has captured him. He's basically like a capturable piece in a game. He's not good. He's not bad. He's just kind of like
he's just there.
Yeah.
Chaotic neutral.
What is that? Chaotic neutral? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Man. I could see that.
I'm not sure
but dude,
if that's the right term, but I don't know.
Oh yeah. And you know what? Here's the thing, Morgan. I wanted to talk about Morgan too, because the last episode that I saw, I even told my friend, "Damn, Morgan is a tactician. He is a strategist. He knew that the other guy that was going to sacrifice his life to get this cause going did this on purpose, and he knew that he was going to, get killed in the process. But Morgan decided to kill him in order to maintain the peace for a while so that he could work the situation where the saviors weren't a little bit stressed. They were kind of relieved at that point. They're like, oh, well, they got rid of the traitor, so they're our friends.
Took care of the problem.
But Morgan doesn't seem like that kind of character. But if you go back to earlier episodes where he's just batshit crazy, he's trying to work out angles and strategic ways to plan things. He didn't go with Rick at that time because Rick didn't have anything to work with. Didn't have much.
Yeah.
But you see him as this peaceful.
Idea of the direction he was going, beginning.
Yeah, exactly. And Rick. It was like Rick wasn't too sure and stuff like that. But later on, he goes and he works with that other friend that died, and he felt really compassionate towards him, that the guy taught him how to fight with a stick. And
I forget his name, the cheesemaker guy.
Yeah.
I was trying to make cheese out of his goat.
Yeah. But I mean, Morgan has come. Goat. I just see Morgan as coming a long way to be this tactician. He is a strategist. He is like a pure thinker strategist. He put everything in place to make sure that this was going to work out. But the other guy was just suicidal. He was trying to hope for something to happen. But Morgan
I don't know that I'd say suicidal, but
well, the other guy was. If you look at the end of the episode, Morgan finally comes to the one site where it said "Bury me here," and he finds the one dude's backpack that was his daughter's backpack there.
Yeah.
So he puts it all together. He's like, "Oh, this is why he wanted to die. His daughter's dead. He's got nothing to live for. He just wants to get rid of these saviors." And I kind of used the situation to kill him, but it was kind of like he used me too because he needed to, go back to the spirit realm to see his daughter again, I guess. But it just it was kind of heartbreaking to Morgan when you watch that, he pulls the sign away from the grave. It says, "Bury me here," and he realizes it was that very same. What is that guy's name? Jeez, I can't even think of his name.
Yeah, I got nothing. I can't remember his name either. He had a gigantic nose.
I know. He's a good actor, but he was with the Kingdom. He was like the main spokesman for the Kingdom for quite some time.
His nose was a great actor.
His nose did all the talking, that's for sure.
Stole the show, my friend.
I know.
That's all I'm going to remember about that guy. Richard. His name was Richard. And he was
Richard.
a dick.
Yeah. But Morgan, I see him as the tactician. I see Carol as the angel of death. King Ezekiel. He's like the...
big dummy. That guy has no idea what he's doing. He should not be in charge of anything.
He just has that big-ass tiger. That's why he's in charge.
Right? Yeah, he takes her for a walk the end of this last episode.
Yeah, Daryl even pets the thing, too.
Fucking tiger. Who has a goddamn tiger? It's the apocalypse. You know how much they gotta feed that thing? You know how much a fucking tiger eats?
I think he eats zombies.
I don't think it's eating zombies.
It could eat zombies.
Maybe.
The strength
I think
of a
tiger's
tiger
gonna want to eat a dead-ass zombie.
Well, he could overpower the zombie and break its neck. I mean, that much he could do, but I don't know. Dude,
I'm just saying, food-wise, like, damn, that's got to be bankrupt in that place to keep a tiger fed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, where are they getting all those steaks from, man?
Right?
It's like they just have a cow farm. They can just cut down a cow every other day and just chop it up into steaks. Be like, here, Mr. Tiger, enjoy. Dude, that thing's eating carrots by now, I'm sure.
You think they converted it? It's a vegan
They
now?
had to. They had to. That's a vegan tiger because there's no freaking meat to eat there.
A vegan tiger? That's sacrilegious.
What else are they going to do? Feed it its own population?
Cry.
No, Jesus in the episodes.
Also,
he's happy.
Metal band.
Yeah, man.
Maybe not metal. Maybe alternative.
I'd see a country band being that.
Vegan tiger. I consider doing ballads.
They'd be singing about broken down trucks and lost dogs and
No.
women cheating on them. And
Vegan tiger's like all power ballads.
Vegan tiger, so it's like a hardcore alto metal band.
Yeah, I'm talking old school, like Every Rose Has Its Thorn style power ballad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah, man.
All right,
Yeah,
I think we're winding down. We're at about, hour and a half.
Did we?
That's a good show.
Yeah.
And then we can do Walking Dead again in a couple weeks, because I know it's coming up to an end. So we can do a season finale show, I think.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. We got to do that, because, I mean, I really like talking about this show a lot. I think it's a little disappointing I didn't get to see too much of Carl or Maggie in these episodes.
This last episode had some good Maggie moments in it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I just didn't see the last episode, but before that, it's like Glenn dies and they kind of cut her out of most of the episodes. Like, what the hell? What, no vengeance, no. I mean, they have her in some small parts, but she's, I don't know.
She's pregnant. She's taking it.
Okay. So because she's pregnant, she gets some leave from the show itself. Okay. Yeah.
Well, she's pregnant in the show.
She really is. I didn't even know that.
You missed that?
No, yeah, I did miss that. I mean, I watched like the first half of The Walking Dead until they get to the commercials, and then it's just, you know, it loses my interest. I'm like, okay, we got to the part where they're doing a dedication to all the zombies that died, which I don't give a flying fuck about. And you know, after that point, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I heard everything I could hear.
Oh, Talking Dead?
Yeah, The Talking Dead.
No, she's not pregnant in real life. Her character, Maggie, on the show, is pregnant.
Yeah, I'm saying that. Like, she's pregnant on the show, so they could show her more because it's not real pregnancy. They could stage that.
That's what I'm saying. She's taking it easy. She already came close to losing the baby. All that Negan shenanigans.
It's gonna suck if they do the same thing they did to Rick's wife with her. She gives birth and then she's just instantly devoured by a zombie that looks like a pregnant zombie, and then Rick has to go kill that zombie, and it's like all emotional, and it's like, come on. All this time I've been watching this person just to die. Just like, really?
Yeah, they did that. I think Maggie's gonna take control. Or at least a hilltop.
I'm kind of thinking that too, man, because I actually think it's going to be either Rick or Michonne, but I think Rick could definitely die.
Yeah. I could see that. I would like to see that.
I mean, you know, with all the prep they went into Carl, where Carl, you know, takes a bullet to the chest with a rifle, he takes a gunshot to the eyeball. I mean, he survived so much.
That kid must not be afraid of anything anymore. Like, damn.
No.
His dad almost died so many times now. Like, that kid's indestructible.
Pretty much, yeah. He's going to be like
you can't kill Carl.
No. And that other girl that's with him is going to be his basically Carl is going to be Adam, and the other girl that he likes is going to be Eve, and that's how the show's going to end. That's what I see. I just think that, man. That's what I'm thinking.
Why would that be the end?
Because they're going to end it with, like, a new, you know...
The New World Order.
Yeah, a New World Order. It's, you know, not like we have that, but...
Any sort of world order.
We already have that, but... you know, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like a whole new world setting. You know, they're just gonna have certain people populating that planet. So I think it's gonna be Carl, that girl, Carol. Carol's gonna survive the whole thing. I almost guarantee you that. Probably Daryl, Morgan.
Yeah, Daryl's a fan favorite, so I don't think they're ever gonna get rid of him.
They can't. He's not even in the comics, so he can't die. He's got no way of death, so he's permanently
That's true.
fixed. You know, he's a fixed timeline. Can't change that stuff.
And
But,
he's one character. I'd be okay with him going. He went from being a badass to being all touchy-feely.
Well, he kind of has to be, though. You know? His brother died. You know, he's clinging to Carol like a mother figure.
Yeah, I thought they were going to hook up for a while.
Yeah, okay.
But then
I guess...
Then it became weird.
Yeah, dude, if you prove me wrong, I'll give you $5. How about that?
About what?
That it's more than a mother figure.
I think now, yeah, but for a while there, it looked like they were going to hook up.
Yeah, it was kind of like watching that one vampire movie or the Twilight movie. There was that, you know, tension of silence. between them, where they were both in the same area and they're just looking at each other. It's like, come on, just freaking kiss and get it over with. Jeez,
I've
it's like
never
2
watched
hours.
a Twilight movie.
Well, when I was with my ex, she wanted to watch this movie. It's like 2 hours of them staring at each other until they finally get together. It's just, and then he's a vampire and he like glitters in the sunlight, like he's extra beautiful in the sunlight. He doesn't burn.
Weird.
It's like, it was pretty weird. But,
Like, I know of it. Like, I don't know details, though.
well,
I know they
his skin
sparkle and all that shit. But
yeah, the vampire's skin turns to diamond in the movie Twilight, in sunlight.
all right.
Yeah, they don't burn. They turn to diamonds, so they're like extra beautiful. They're like angels or something. But
Weird.
yeah, a little weird.
Yeah, that's bleh. Who wants that?
You don't want to see it if you want to watch something sappy. If you want to watch something sappy,
bitches need their vampires to be made out of.
I think you summed it up pretty well there. Yeah. Yeah, gold digging the bitches. Looking for diamonds in a man. That's why Twilight was popular, man. That's why.
The diamonds.
Diamond skin on a man? Do you know how valuable you'd be to a woman? Diamonds are a woman's best friend. Think about that.
Only if she's a gold digging bitch.
Yeah, you've got diamonds and a man in the same context. Okay, well.
I don't know.
I don't know. So.
I don't want to get myself in trouble now.
I'm okay, but you got to watch yourself.
Nah, my wife ain't a gold digger.
Yeah.
Kidding me? I gave her the option to upgrade her diamond this summer. She's
Really?
like, no, just
That's
get the
good.
same size.
Wow. That was pretty generous.
She lost the stone out of her ring.
Oh, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's same ring, new stone.
Well,
But back to what I was saying, my wife's not a gold digging bitch.
yeah, I think I dated one that wasn't, but I haven't had much luck otherwise. So it'd be nice to find one that wasn't a gold digging bitch. But well, I guess we'll find out in the future. I will. Which I'm almost afraid to, but oh man.
I understand. See, I got no gold, so I don't got shit to worry about.
Yeah, I don't have much myself. At least not anymore. But yeah, The
All right.
Walking Dead, man. I think we'll have to revisit this.
Yeah, once we're all on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get a guest for that one. I would like to get more than just the two of us for a Walking Dead conversation, especially if you wind up doing like a season finale show.
Yeah, well, I did invite somebody else over for the other Walking Dead episode, but he just completely bailed on me, or became Forgetful Jones, one of the two. But I don't know. But if we could get somebody else to talk about Walking Dead, that'd be amazing.
I'm sure we can track someone down. We got to have another friend between us.
Do you think we could actually get one of the actors to talk to? Would that be amazing?
Yeah, right.
Come on. Think big, dude.
A small podcast. We got like 10 listeners. Yeah. No, for free. No, we can't pay you. I'm kidding.
Well, if they really wanted to get some commission off it, I guess I could say yes the one time, but I don't want to get carried away with that. Just
I can give you a hand job. Not the best.
that's all I can do.
Well, yeah. All eye on cat. All eye on contact. I'm not gonna blink.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was pretty cool. We talked about the movie Life. We talked it up for a while, then we realized how stupid it was, and yeah, then we moved over to Walking Dead because it's so much cooler. And yeah, man.
And we
I don't know what's on
begrudging hand jobs.
Can't begrudge it. Well, if you want to, man, it's all on you. I'm just gonna sit back and not do that. So
it's not the first time I've heard that.
All right, man. You want to sign us out then?
Yeah, all right. Thanks for listening to us babble. And as always, I'm the Zodiac. You can find us on Twitter by looking up The Crow Show or at I'm the Zodiac. Same thing on Facebook, which I randomly update when I feel like it, because I always forget.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Trigger.
Oh,
hey.
I'm supposed to say something?
Oh, I thought you'd want to say goodbye. Jeez. Okay, well, I guess Trigger says fuck you guys. And
okay, I'll say goodbye. All right, everybody, take it easy and check me out on YouTube on my channel VeracityTrigger. And so yeah, definitely stay tuned for next week and see what we got cooking. And keep you informed. Actually, Zodiac will keep you informed. I just let him do all the work. So it's cool.
Hey, you do the editing, I do the uploading. That's fair.
Yep. So we work it like that, and we'll see you later.